I'm not gonna lie, this had to be the most chaotic day of Streamer University auditions yet.
I'll see your ass in ATL. Get the f out my fucking office. God, you got this.
You almost had foe.
That's you. What the fuck? You lost that kick. What the f? I'll see you another whole ass. You crazy? Everybody won't. You die. You got it. Come on, y'all niggas. You was my size, I'll beat your ass.
Yes, everyone. Some of you might not have seen this, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the auditions for the second annual Streamers University, held by none other than Kai Cenat. Now, shout out to Omizi. The title of this video is Kai Cenat's LA auditions were a hidden opportunity. This is by Omizi. Very used to Omizi. And the way he's going to explain the auditions for Streamer University, I think is very unique and very true, okay? There are so many people that went to these auditions, I can't even count. And there are so many videos that you can react to on YouTube. I mean, I'd be here all day, okay? There were a lot of streamers and a lot of YouTubers that went to this audition. Some people actually passed out outside waiting to get in to do this, okay? They make fools of themselves, but to be honest, for good reason. You'll see why. Basically, no publicity is bad publicity, okay? Everybody turned a bad moment into a good one. Whether they actually got into university or not, they were able to parlay this into an opportunity to make a reaction.
He's right, you know.
Omizi's going to break this down quite flat. So we're going to get into this. Of course, before I do, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, add the notification bell. And if you want to further contribute to the channel, I implore you to hit that hype button down below and hype me up in the algorithm, and hit the Cash App $sign Mr. Normie. So let's let Omizi explain to us how these latest round of auditions for 2026 was even better than the last, and how all these people, whether they got to the university or not, are going to be able to make a great opportunity out of this.
The Streamer University tour continues, and Kai Cenat decided to go all the way to the opposite coast to see what Los Angeles had to bring. And boy, it did not disappoint. Not only were they silly and hilarious like most of these other days, but they did open up some interesting conversations and some situations that we do need to be monitored. Los Angeles auditions were not just about getting accepted into Streamer University. They were a live test of who could turn the attention into content, who could network with other creators, and who could use this moment even if Kai Cenat said no. I think that the New York live Streamer University auditions exposed a lot of things to a lot of people. Exposed, they definitely need to bring some water because it's getting real hot out.
Yes, if you go to some of the New York news stations, I think CBS New York or some of the other more local stations, they covered the long lines, the wait times, and some of the pandemonium that was going outside the studio where people were waiting to get into the auditions for Streamer University. People outside waiting since, early in the morning. Some people were passing out waiting because they had gone without food or water. I think it was hot out there. I mean, people were serious about this. I mean, and to be fair, for streamers, this is serious business.
It exposed that people were very antsy. It also exposed how hungry people were as they were buying flights to come and do these auditions from states nearby. But I think one of the most important things that it exposed is that this audition and the entire process as a whole wasn't just your average everyday audition. This was a moment for you to make some content. In the totality of the Streamer University auditions, Kai Cenat's actual on-screen appearances probably made up a fraction of the entire thing. And now with that new information, those in Los Angeles weren't just asking Kai Cenat for a spot. They created something worth reacting to in that moment.
Yes. Again, if you go on YouTube and you look up Streamer University 2026, all of your favorite content creators or streamers or YouTubers, they all went to Streamer University. They all went to this office, they sat down, and they did something wild and crazy and unique to where either it would get them into Streamer University or gave something for them and their ecosystem of creators around them as an individual creator what we'd be able to react to, right? And again, as this video goes on, you're going to see all of the people that went to Streamer University, at least some of the more bigger name ones, including Adrian Broner and Dean the Great, okay? All these guys came to Streamer University, all right? And they all either got accepted or rejected, but made a moment that is still content worthy.
Happy ever after. No, get to the good part. I know something to remember. Hey, if you know who you used to be, it's even harder to picture that you're not here next to me. You're an alumni though. Why should you be a part of Stream University?
Number one, who else can keep the freshman company? Number two.
What? See, this is what I was talking about in my original Streamer University video. This is what the process was supposed to be about. It wasn't supposed to be this cinematic endeavor telling him why you should pick me. It wasn't this mundane and vanilla, hey, my name is James and I am a game. No, it wasn't any of that. This right here are the real auditions. This right here is showing how to be creative, how to give the moment, what you're gonna be able to provide. Toda and Suburb Baby Mate getting denied funny, which is still crazy because the clip traveled around the world.
This is your last.
This one right here, and I don't know if the names of all these streamers, okay? But this one right here and the one where the guy does the freaking dive over the desk. I mean, and there's a couple other ones in there, but those two, they stood out to me the most.
No, I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to Atlanta. Well. That's all you like to tell. I'll see your ass in ATL. Get the fuck out of my fucking office. Go get this thing. I know you see my big face ass pussy. I have 3 close, bro. I have 3 close, bro.
Keneal getting rejected in New York and then putting on a disguise in order to come back into the event and get rejected again is the exactly type of present that becomes content.
Keneal, that you? No. That's my grandson. No. My name. No. Shit. Yep. Okay. The person gonna get denied in LA too. Come out.
The Connect 4 idea worked because it wasn't just begging for a spot, it was him actually auditioning to be on the set while playing a game.
If I beat you in Connect 4, you gotta let me in Stream University.
See there, people starting, confrontations on purpose. People playing Connect 4 to get into Stream University. People putting on disguises, asking dumb questions. One person on here, Kai Cenat actually had them interview somebody else that was coming in for the audition. I mean, again, all unique ideas, everybody thinking outside the box. I mean, stuff that, is to me is for young people, but for older people too, but definitely for the younger crowd. It made for good content. It was hilarious to people like me, and it does show a lot of creativity and new ideas. It was awesome.
Go ahead and block that for me, Kai. All right, I love you. Nah, sir. That was a good move. You almost had 4. That's you. What the No, what the Oh, Helen? On Helen, you lost that.
Got him.
Get crazy. You just sore losing ass. You win that.
Trying to flip the script on him. She wasn't a contestant. She asked to judge the contestants.
Let me see what you think of the next contestant. Okay, come sit right here.
Oh, okay. Wait, really?
Come back here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, of course. I'll sit right here. Why you want to get into Stream University? Why do you think you're different?
First of all, spit soliloquy. I have actual time.
What way did you spit what?
Soliloquy.
Spell it.
SOLILOUQR.
Cody, get that!
I say all this to say, this is showing that the personalities are what's going to reign true when it comes to the Streamer University auditions. We have to remember that even in the first Streamer University, Kai Cenat wasn't streaming. He wasn't really a mainstay. He was just the thing to get everybody underneath this one umbrella, but what you made happen under the umbrella was totally 100% up to you. That's why people like Ty Lil and Stable Ron work, because they already understood the assignment. They get streaming. They understand how to make the content. It's not always about having the perfect color grade, the best cameras, having this scripted cinematic thing. It's about confidence. It's about timing. It's about making room for reactions.
I mean, it's cool because basically Kai Cenat is letting it. I mean, he is allowing people to basically eat off his clout. You know what I mean? And he's also again create content for themselves because they themselves have an ecosystem. They have numbers themselves, whether it's 100,000 or 1 million, all right? But Kai Cenat has basically opened the door for these people to create content for him or around him and around themselves too. I mean, it's a win-win for Kai Cenat and for the creators. I think they're going to let maybe 100 in out of, I don't know, hundreds of thousands, million or millions of applications. People are going to come in every state he's going to. I think right now he's been to LA and New York. I don't know where else he's going, but I mean, the lines are going to be long wherever he goes.
People understood the hidden rule. Even if you didn't get accepted, you can still leave with clip, followers, and momentum going back home where you can make more content, better content, greater content. The best applicants did not wait for Kai to give them content. They turned the audition into content itself. But I will say that LA did show the other side.
That's true. They turned the audition into content itself. Whether they got in or not, they made a moment that was content worthy, that was clickable, that could go viral for themselves and even for Streamer University for the audition process. Again, it's a win-win for everybody, and the content creator wins whether they get into the university or not. It's still a win-win if they can make the clip or the content for the application process go viral.
The spectrum. Some people got the same spotlight, but they used it in the worst way possible.
KC3! Oh, look at KC3!
Oh, this is insane.
Bro, come on now, dog.
Come on, bro.
What the fuck? I just got denied. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know if this guy thought that this was kick Streamer University, but maybe he just didn't get the messaging because that's not the way to do it. I think that moment right there is the learning lesson, and I'll get back to that in 2 seconds, but it's also showing the separation between the content creators and those that just have access to the camera and want the fame and the notoriety, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, for sure. Everyone remembered and noticed the guy who hopped on the table, took his clothes off, and jumped up and down and did monkey noises for Kai Cenat. But I'm gonna be honest with you, every single viral moment does not help you. Streaming University is about standing out, but there is a total difference between being entertaining and making yourself look like a liability. And I think that this is important because everybody believes that their streaming content is something that should be platformed or that others want around. But some of the denials and some of the conversations that Kai Cenat had with some of the people that got auditions kind of tell an important tale.
I'm next.
You're next? All right, so hold on. Wait, how are you?
I'm 30.
God damn!
Yes, I am older.
Why should you be in Streaming University 2026?
Well, because I'm already a full-time content creator.
Right.
I've been doing it for 8 years. I'm on YouTube.
Amazing. Is your main primary platform YouTube?
Yes.
Well, are you aware that you haven't posted in the last month? What are you talking about on this podcast? Because right now,
It's celebrity
it's a red
news.
flag.
Okay,
It's
okay.
a red flag.
It's celebrity
You talking
news.
about some tea?
Yes.
What type of tea? Like lonely tea?
Yes, female rap.
We don't want that.
No.
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is, but it sounds like he's an older guy and he hasn't been consistent, things like that, which for content creators is probably one of the top 5 things is being consistent. And his only platform, from what I heard that correctly, his only platform is YouTube. So you're not on the major platforms right now. Kick, Twitch, these are the platforms that are getting big numbers. They're going more viral. YouTube is still a good filler platform, but I mean, if you're doing IRL and things like some of these other guys are doing that's more popular, gaming and things like that, you definitely want to be on Kick or Twitch. And they got bigger endorsements.
I don't necessarily agree with that, and I'm not understanding why everybody's acting like I'm too old to be doing this job. Do we not realize that every rapper, your favorite female rappers and your favorite rappers, after they stop rapping or playing basketball or modeling, they go and do podcasts and gossip? So I'm actually very young in the podcast and streaming space.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying, Armand Wiggins, but at the end of the day, you are 38. No, but
Again, age matters. Where's my sound effect? 38 years old, Ninja. Nah.
serious note, Kai Cenat makes it very, very clear that he is not with the gossipy, chatty-patty nonsense that goes on the internet. What that means for us over here at the Unemployed News Network, us getting into Stream University, I don't know. Maybe I have to do a throwback and lean into my beginning phases of content when I was doing IRL stuff. But I think there's a reason why. People kind of forget because he's been gone for a long time that the media, whether it be mainstream or even independent media on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, have kind of dragged Kai Cenat for the past couple of years. For a plethora of different incidents that have nothing to do with him, to the tune of now, if you associate any sort of thumbnail, title, or story with Kai Cenat, you're guaranteed to get views, good, bad, or indifferent. And we've covered that ad nauseum on this channel, how those misrepresentations are ultimately detrimental and even evil for the image of Kai Cenat. So I could understand why he would not want these messy types of content creators near Streamer University, whether he was joking or whether he was serious. And I do think that.
Well, protecting the brand matters. Any negative publicity toward him at this point it won't be good. I mean, I don't cover Kai Cenat a lot, but I know he's a very popular individual. So in the streaming world, and as a media person, I guess a personality as by himself. So I mean, hey.
A little bit of seriousness in there. And he continues the pressing of the messy issue when streamer Snowcone came to sit down in front of him as well.
Why are you being so messy on the internet?
Within the past month?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
To the best of my knowledge, I've been great this past month and I've been working really hard
But
to be.
you've been a little bit messy with certain situations happening online, and you've been saying a lot of people's business.
You're right.
Oh, so you was talking about your boy. Yeah, and he ain't forget, huh? Now you come up in there copping please talking about, nah, I've been good. No. I see, now you gotta see him face to face. Now you want to get in Stream University after talking down on Kai, huh? It don't work like that.
It's not.
You gotta stop doing that, no matter what's going on.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be messy. You gotta get all the negativity. you know?
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Snowcone is a Streamer U alumni, and she's still not safe from the pressing of the messiness that just happened maybe a couple weeks ago. Casanat isn't just filtering talent, but he's also filtering the energy that surrounds you. If you're bringing up people's lives as a way to get your content popping or lit, especially stuff that could have stayed private that had nothing to do with you, it's looking kind of shaky for you. And speaking of energy, this is where that whole Adrian Broner and Dean the Great situation, which is that what we're always calling it, comes into play at their audition.
I'm not gonna drink, but I gave you the money to secure my insurance. If I drink,
That ninja lying. I'm not gonna drink. Man, we see you drink on pretty much every stream you've been on since you got with Dean, man. So you mean to tell me you're gonna go to Stream University and you're not gonna drink? You gonna be good? I don't know about that.
I lose the 100. Fuck that shit. Okay, all right.
Fuck no, fuck everything. No, fuck. Stop pulling shit from your pocket.
Listen, I had money a long time. I ain't gonna lie.
Nigga, are you flexing on me?
No.
Listen, on some real shit though. No liquor, no lust, no nothing.
As much as you may not like Dean the Great and Adrian Broner, I'm not gonna lie, there is a small bit of entertainment value to what they do. I ain't gonna lie.
It is a big value. I mean, the old head and the young ninja together, man. And I'm sorry, Adrian Broner makes a lot of stereotypes out of himself, but it makes for good content. It's like it's like little bro trying to pull big bro away from dumb stuff. That's what Dean does with Adrian, and I mean he's getting money.
Got me hooked to that Young Miami song. Spin that shit. Hey. But that does not mean that they bring good energy around them. Like Casanat said, the lust and the liquor and all these things is not a good look, to be quite honest with you. Especially when every day you scroll down the TL, there's a video or some sort of image of them doing something handsy or aggressive with some woman. It's hard to really defend. He even gives them the opportunity to change when it comes to the way that they act. But apparently when they're in the lobby of Streamer University auditions, they're not doing a great job of proving that they've changed.
Good. I wasn't doing so good, so you came in, though. Y'all talking about she 19. Nigga, she legal, bitch.
How old show her? Her 19 has to get fucked. She old enough.
What are you guys going for?
Oh boy, he's talking about 19. I mean, again, it's a fine line. It's one of those kind of it's almost a third rail thing. It was age thing. I don't know.
Can I ask?
A 19-year-old?
A what?
No.
Teacher.
Don't look, but you know the guys in the red suits over there? No. Over there. I was so uncomfortable. They asked me the most uncomfortable. What did they ask you? I said, what are you going for? He said, a 19-year-old.
In these creator spaces, your reputation is a part of the content. So if your whole brand is mess, gossip, forcing moments, or anything that's kind of negative energy-wise, Casanat might see that as like some sort of risk, and you'll probably end up not being invited to Stream University. Some people got the spotlight and proved exactly why Kai should not trust them with an even bigger one. And that's why the final lesson matters. The real point of Stream University was never just walking in, doing some asking or begging session, and then walking out with an acceptance letter.
I appreciate everybody here, but unfortunately, I can leave right now. I still have to leave right now, but that means I did something good. Now, I wish I could stay here and talk to every single person, but I can't. The best bet right now is to make sure online applications is really good. I'm literally hyper watching streams right now. If you ain't listening for the last month, you shouldn't even be here. You know, you're listening for a whole time, you shouldn't be here. You've been grinding, and pushing the content out. I'm literally. That's me.
This is the real lesson from Streamer University's auditions, and I'm hoping that people understand that as we look towards the Atlanta auditions. A lot of people thought that, the only win.
They're going to Atlanta next? Oh boy, that's gonna be interesting too. Let me scroll back that, because that's another good dive right there. Y'all catch that.
Auditions. And I'm hoping that people understand that as we look towards the Atlanta auditions. A lot of people thought that, the only win was getting in front of Kai Cenat and getting accepted. But even Kai Cenat made it very clear. What was important was interacting, networking, and selling yourself, not just to him, but to the people that are there and around you. There were mad other content creators and streamers that were there that, of course, aren't as popular as Kai, but can also help build your community, can open doors for you into other places and spaces. And if you just stood in line and waited to see KC3, then you probably missed out a lot.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, I know y'all be saying I dick ride, but it is the truth, bro. I think today we peaked at how many viewers? It says on my dashboard, I don't know if this is accurate, it says 133,000. That literally wouldn't have happened. Y'all can call me D1, y'all can say whatever you want. That literally wouldn't happen without Kai Cenat. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. He's doing like a crazy thing. Like, he deadass helps a lot of people, and the fact that he gave people like an opportunity to do this shit was super cool today.
Some of the biggest streamers were at home switching in and out of different people's feeds because Kai wasn't streaming in order to watch the Streamer U auditions. And as you look, some people's normal highs were blown out of the water because they were at Streamer University's auditions. This is a 4D level chess move. It was bigger than meeting Kai Cenat. The line in and of itself was the exposure needed. Everybody.
I mean, you see what I'm saying? The exposure, the everything around this Streamer University, and shout out to Kai Cenat, everything around the Streamer University was content worthy. Even if you weren't even there, well, you had to be there pretty much. But like he said, even if you just streamed the auditions, even if you just streamed the line outside, people were watching, and you even got numbers off of just that, not even being in the audition process. So this whole thing was, a come up for everybody that was able to participate.
Can't come to Streamer University. And I think people are starting to acknowledge that. That's why you'll see tweets like this one guy saying that he didn't get to meet Kai, but also got the opportunity to meet a bunch of people. The smartest content creators that were there that day weren't treating the Los Angeles auditions like some sort of waiting room. They treated it like the first day at Streamer University. And I think that those people will be the winners, whether they go to the actual campus or not. So the LA auditions weren't just about who got accepted or who got denied. They actually showed two different types of people trying to get into Streamer University. Some people understood the moment. They made funny clips, created interactions, showed personality, and found a way to turn the audition into content, even when they weren't getting picked. They networked in line and made connections that they will have for the rest of their content creation journey, whether they get accepted this year, next year, or even never. But then there were others who kind of fumbled, being messy and
Yeah, this dude, he definitely made an ass of himself. Getting naked? I mean, come on, bro. I mean, yeah.
forcing attention and improving why Kai Cenat may not trust you in that moment. No matter what, people walked away with a lot to reflect on in their content creation journey. And that's the bigger lesson here. Streamer University is not just an acceptance letter. It's an opportunity to sell yourself, network, collaborate to an audience that is already watching. So if you showed up to the Los Angeles auditions, the New York auditions, or even the Atlanta auditions, and all you were expecting was to get picked, you waited in line in order to wait for an acceptance letter, then you probably missed out on the real opportunity. Because the smartest in the room didn't treat it like it was a waiting area. They treated it like it was Streamer University. Hell, that's exactly.
So we won't go any further than that. Again, fair use to Omeezy. This is a great video. Like I said before, to me, and I guess moving forward as he goes to Atlanta or whatever other city he goes to, most of these people, they looked at what happened in LA. They look what happened in New York. Kai Cenat has extended himself and his platform to everyone to collaborate, to make content for their own individual platforms, and to maybe hopefully get into Streamer University. But if not, you can still benefit from going through the process, through participating, through just being there, you can benefit. And I think that's the good takeaway. And with that being said, thank you for attending another episode of the Armchair Anchorman. I'm just a normie here to bring y'all the news, sitting in my computer chair in front of a camera. Let me know what you think about these latest rounds, auditions of Streamer University. And are you looking forward to the next audition in Atlanta? Y'all let me know down in the comment section. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell, and the hype button on your way out of the door. And I will see you on the next video.